So guys, before we start with this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all my video uploads so you can watch them the second they come out. Well, maybe not the second, but whatever. Also hit the like button, I would really appreciate that. And this is 5 more tips how to not get banned in GTA 5, and let's jump straight into it. Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I have 5 tips for you guys so you can make sure you won't get banned in online. So, well, I don't know, let's just jump straight into it. So, tip number 1, do not mod too much RP. Like, it's cool to be level 8000, but that just makes sure that everybody in the session knows you're a modder, and they may not like that. They may report you because they don't like being in a session with a modder, because that can get them banned. So that's really, yeah, I would suggest going to about 120, and if you're already over 120, do not mod RP in, because you already unlocked basically everything in the game, so that's not worth it. It really isn't. And as I said, it's cool to be level 8000, but nah, it's just not worth it. The risk of getting banned because you modded too much RP is just too high. So that was tip number 1. Let's just move on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is do not spawn, well, you can spawn money in for yourself, but don't do money drops, especially not in public sessions. You can do it with your friends in a closed session, because your friends obviously won't report you, but if you do it in a public session and you drop money and somebody doesn't like that, they can report you and you will also get banned. So just don't do money drops in public sessions, and I would even suggest that you don't do it in closed sessions or invite only sessions, because still it's a very high risk if you do a money drop. So that's tip number 2, do not do money drops. It's also just not worth it. And let's go on to tip number 3. So tip 3 is do not teleport to random people, especially in a public session. Like, if they are your friends and you spawn right next to them, they'll know you're a modder, of course, but you probably already told them because they're your friends. If you do it in a public session, however, people do not know who you are, and they might get scared and report you because they don't want to get banned themselves, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes people get banned because they're in a session with the modder, they don't even do anything and they get banned. So just don't teleport to random people in a public session, and I would even suggest that you don't do it around your friends, because like it's not worth it. With that said, however, you can teleport to places, because obviously there's no one there. Unless there is, then you shouldn't do it, but obviously a house is not going to report you. That'd be weird, really weird. Like a skyscraper, like the Maze Bank would report a player. That'd be insane. Anyways, let's get on to tip number 4. So tip number 4 is do not spawn large objects, like I don't know, a big ramp or like a yacht in the middle of the city or something like that, or a mountain. You can do it in a closed friend session with no one in it. Still, I wouldn't recommend doing that. If you want to do it, like build a mega ramp or something like that, I would suggest doing it in a closed session on like a place like the top of Mount Chiliad, or far away onto the sea or something like that. Somewhere there is nothing. Especially in a public session. A closed friend session, you could do it in the city, but I would still I wouldn't recommend that. So just don't do it. It's not worth it. And you can also use just a building as a ramp. I don't know how that would work though. Yeah, you could use a mountain as a ramp. That's probably better. And with that being said, let's get on to our final tip. so the final tip is very general. Just if something is just, it looks too good to be true and it seems to be too risky, just don't do it. Use common sense. Just if something is just like, it looks to be way better than anything could be, so if you just use common sense on this. As I said, if something seems way too risky, just don't do it. And there will come a video on how to use impulse and what things not to do, so stay tuned for that if you want to see it. It's coming out anyway, but just click the notification bell and the subscribe button if you want to know when it drops, and then you can watch it to make sure you don't do anything wrong. So with that said, this was the video, and I want to thank you guys for, we've probably almost hit 7k views on my mod menu install tutorial, and the mod menu for online, that video, is going to be in the top right, so click there to watch it. It has 100 views in like 2 days, so that's pretty cool. So I want to thank you guys for that, and I hope to see you guys in one of my future videos. Oh, and don't forget to click the like button.